Hey guys, John's doing some dancing over there. We're here with College SportsCast, and we're going to be doing our holiday special tonight. We're kind of jamming everything into 1 week, and I think Mason's on with us too, but he's always scared to show his face.
Oh, don't even start.
he's a leprechaun or something. I'm not real sure yet.
Internet must be out
on right now, so I don't even want to hear your fucking voice.
Oh, the internet's out down there. That's what's up.
Yeah.
It's not yet.
All right, so we got Mason Cross on with us, and John Roberts is on. Hey, look at here. I think John Hammonds is even jumping on with us.
Oh, no. The Grinch.
Oh, we're live.
There he is.
FYI.
There's Mr. John Hammonds.
The Grinch is going up.
I can hear you.
Can you hear me?
Hide your kids.
I can hear you, John Hammonds. All right, so I got a couple of guys who got some family in and stuff with them for the holidays, so they're not going to be on video tonight, and me and Roberts are going to be on video, but we're all going to be here. We're going to have a little Christmas special for you guys. We're also going to do our game day pick 'em. We're going to pick all the games from Friday to next Thursday and the bowl games. Talk a little basketball towards the end. And we might even answer a few Christmas questions. So, Hammonds, you with us?
Yeah, I'm here.
It's a Christmas
Can
miracle.
you hear me? It's a Christmas miracle. All right.
Can you hear me good? Is it going in and out or?
No, right now it seems to be fine.
No, you're good. You see how Roberts had a Santa Claus hat on? Brad couldn't find one to fit his head, so
he looks like Clark Griswold.
Yeah, he kind of does.
Have the happiest Christmas ever.
He kind of does look like Clark Griswold a little bit. All right, so our first question, we're going to encourage y'all to get on here and chat with us tonight. What is your favorite Christmas movie? So I'm gonna go through, and Mason, I'll start with you. What's your favorite Christmas movie to watch?
Heck yeah, Die Hard. Let's go.
Oh,
Die Hard.
Yeah, we're gonna start off with an argument, I think. But yeah.
No, you're not gonna get an argument from me over Die Hard. No, it's a Christmas movie.
Thank you. Yes, Die Hard, number one.
Yeah, you're definitely not gonna get a.
This is with my Christmas ornaments. This
Heck
goes with my Christmas stuff. There you go.
Yeah.
Die Hard.
Yeah, it's definitely a Christmas movie to me. You're not going to get an argument from me on that. So maybe some people in the chat might want to say something about it. But like I said, we're going to encourage y'all to get on with us and kind of join us with our Christmas special. And our first question here is, what's your favorite Christmas movie? Mason started out with Die Hard. You can't hardly argue with that if you ask me. So, John Roberts, what you got?
Man. You know what? I got it. How about these two?
Is that Home Alone?
No. Are you serious?
Brad's got your screen so small I can't see him.
Yeah, why don't you make my screen bigger?
Yeah.
There you go.
Oh, okay.
Hey.
That's Cousin Eddie, man.
That's right.
I see it now.
That's Cousin Eddie.
Clark and Eddie.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. See? There you go. I don't have a good place to put it where you can actually just continue to see it. But Clark and Eddie. So, yep.
Well, so I'll go next because that's absolutely my favorite Christmas movie of all time. Or my family, we always watch it every single year. That's one of our traditions is getting together and watching Christmas Vacation. It comes on TV. I will catch it at least once or twice more throughout the year. I know just about every line in the movie. So I agree with you on Christmas Vacation, but Hammond's, I'm not sure.
So name
His
one.
mic-
Name a secondary choice since Christmas Vacation was taken.
Me?
Name a second one.
I'll tell you. I
Yes,
mean, my second favorite is Jim Carrey's The Grinch, How the Grinch Stole Christmas. I love his version of that movie. I just love the way he behaves and acts, and I mean, to me, he does the Grinch a whole lot of
So here we
justice
go.
in that movie.
So I got the Grinch.
I'm specific on that Jim Carrey How the
Yes.
Grinch movie.
What about the most overrated? For me, it's Elf.
Yeah,
I don't have an elf one. Sorry, I can't do
I'm
that.
not. I'm really not crazy. I mean, I've seen Elf, of course.
That's why I said it's the most. So I think it's like the most overrated, overplayed Christmas.
Well, and Home Alone kind of is too, in a way,
Oh.
to me.
Here we go. Home
Yeah.
Alone.
I
There we
mean,
The first Home Alone.
Home Alone, the stuff in it is just like that slapstick comedy stuff, like.
What do you think Chevy Chase is?
And I guess he is
I
too.
mean, seriously.
But I mean, come on. There's a few things that the guys do in
Jim
Home
Carrey.
Alone.
I mean, you're just naming. You just named your favorite two, and they
I
got guys that are
get you.
slapstick. So,
Well,
I mean, come on.
my point is this: most people wouldn't go through and try to continue to go in a house when they can see things are going on, but they just keep coming.
I'm back. My internet's going in and out with this weather.
Okay.
Okay, Mason.
So favorite Christmas movie, Hammonds? What you got? We already said Christmas
Before we
Vacation.
do that, we had this breaks a record for us. We had 21 viewers on our Twitter watching the live feed tonight.
What?
Okay.
So we broke a record because that's probably a record for us.
Cool.
It could
Yeah,
be a
it
record.
probably is.
I just want to give that a shout out. But my favorite Christmas movie, I'd have to say The Santa Claus with Tim Allen. I know everybody.
One of your streams is having service issues.
I mean, I like the the Christmas Story, the one where he gets his tongue stuck on the pole.
Right.
But between the two, my favorite top two is Santa Claus and Clark Griswold's National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation.
Right.
And my favorite part in that movie is when they're at the dinner table and, Clark was talking about fixing the turkey and Eddie says, "Save the neck for me, Clark."
Save the neck for me, Clark.
Everybody has an Eddie in their family, unfortunately.
Shitter's full.
That's for everybody does have an Eddie in their family.
And another part in that movie that really got me tickled, they was drinking eggnog. And he said, "Where did you get the RV?" And he said, "Don't go falling in love with it when we leave here next month." And he was mean he's going to leave in January.
Next month.
He was going to aggravate Clark for another month.
Yeah, for another month.
I
Yeah.
thought that was pretty good. Yep.
I mean,
Well,
my
so
brother-in-law
some of my
stayed with us
favorite-
for like 4 months.
I'll name a couple of favorites that are old school movies. It's a Wonderful Life is always a Christmas classic to me. And I also like the original 34th on Miracle Street. Or Miracle on 34th
right.
Street. There we go.
There we go. Winner.
Miracle on 34th Street. What'd I say? I don't even know what I said.
34th on Miracle Street.
I don't know what that is.
None of us do.
I'm not sure what that is. I just made up a movie, so
Yep.
y'all go try to find it. All right, so we got everybody talking about the Christmas movies. So anybody else got a movie they want to throw in there? It's one of their favorites.
The Grinch is pretty good, I think. I like the Grinch pretty good. I like the newer Grinch. I don't like the older version.
I like Jim Carrey's version. That's my favorite.
That's probably my favorite. Yeah.
Okay, so you're not talking about the newest animation Grinch. You're talking about Jim Carrey. Okay.
Jim Carrey is.
Yeah, Jim Carrey's version is like
John Roberts.
2000.
You said the newer one, and the newest one is
The animated
Cumberbatch.
version.
Yeah, Cumberbatch is the Grinch.
We got to give a shout out to Rudolph, though, right? Like the OG Rudolph.
Rudolph.
The claymation movies?
Reindeer.
Yeah, the claymation
Very
Rudolph.
shiny nose.
Like a light
And
bulb.
But Santa Claus picked him over anyone that he had. So he was riding high on Santa's top shelf.
No, he did something to get on that top shelf.
Uh-oh.
Mason, what are you trying to say?
I wasn't saying nothing.
Anybody
All
else
right,
got any
guys.
honorable mentions? Any other honorable mentions?
Nah.
Especially in the chat.
Yeah, y'all chime in. Anybody that's with us, chime in with your favorite Christmas movie. I'm going to leave this up.
Post your favorite movie. Maybe you can do me and your favorite movies of Christmas. Because mine's mostly original.
I mean, look, I'm going to throw in an honorable mention of Batman Returns.
Take
Okay.
off that hat.
Hey, if Die Hard is one, so is Batman Returns.
So is Mean Girls then.
They all are set during Christmas.
This is true.
It is true.
Mean Girls. I'm not even going to go there. I'm going to act like I didn't hear that. All right, guys. So we're going to jump from here. We're going to kind of get started with the bowl games and go through the first 5, and then we might jump in on another Christmas question. But Charles Independence Bowl, Louisiana Lafayette 6-6 plays Houston 7-5 in the Independence Bowl. It is a 7-point favorite in them. I want to know who you guys are picking in this game. And Roberts, I'll start with you.
You said it was who again?
It's Louisiana Lafayette 6-6. Houston was 7-5, and the spread, Houston's favored by 7.
God, there's so much. Because I mean, you thought Troy was going to do something, and all of a sudden they got, or not Troy, but South Alabama was going to do something. They got waxed.
Man, I told y'all I picked Western. Just saying.
So we'll go Houston.
All right. Hammonds, who you taking in this one?
I'm going to go Houston. Some of the bowl games, though, have not went the way that I wanted them to, though.
Hey, I've been pretty good so far.
Especially last night. I thought South Alabama would beat Western, but I was totally wrong, man.
Western smoked 31-3 at halftime.
Yeah. Austin Reed might be one of the best quarterbacks in the country when it comes to that offense.
Stop that.
That Helton runs.
I'm telling you, man, they're good. That offense they run is good.
They're good now. Yeah.
All right, Mason, who you taking in the Lafayette or Houston game?
Give me Lafayette. Just because I don't know how to spell it, I'm going to take them.
All right. They changed their name. I think it's just Louisiana now, but they used to be Louisiana Lafayette, the Raging Cajuns. But I think that it's just Louisiana now. I'm going to take Houston, though. Houston was a preseason, top 20 team top maybe even 15. I know they were top 20. They were picked to maybe challenge Cincinnati for the top team in the non-Power 5 conference teams, the group of 6, but that didn't happen. So I'm going to take Houston in this game. And then also tomorrow, and I'm not sure if I'm going to say this right, but the Gasparilla Bowl.
Yep.
Close enough.
Is that how you say that?
Close enough.
Something
Gasparilla.
like that. I don't know. All right, so it's Wake Forest 7-5 versus Missouri 6-6.
Give
And
me Sam.
Wake Forest is a 2-point favorite.
Give me Sam Hartman and the Demon Deacons.
Okay, I got you.
I like this Wake Forest team. I just think they got the better quarterbacks out of that. You know, Brady Cook to me has struggled this year for Missouri. He had a few decent games, but you know, I think Wake Forest has the better offense in this game, and I think they'll prove that to be different. Now, that's not to say Missouri don't have a really good defense, because they do. They got probably one of the top defenses in the country, but that will be tested with Sam Hartman and those wide receivers they got.
Well, they got a really good offense. So you going with the Tigers? Oh, I'm sorry, that's the wrong time.
Who? Me?
You? I'm talking
Tigers?
the Tigers.
Mm.
I'm sorry.
No,
the
no.
Tigers.
Give me the demon preachers here. Come on.
All right. Mason, who you taking in this game?
I'm gonna have to go. Stay on course. I'm gonna go Missouri.
All right, you go opposite, huh?
I am.
Missouri is a team that's challenged. I mean, they challenged Georgia earlier in the season. Probably played them closer than any other SEC team. Kentucky was probably second, but those two teams are the challenge Georgia this year, really. And Missouri's been just so hit or miss. I mean, sometimes they'll come out and they'll play awesome. And then sometimes they get beat by 30. So I'm not real sure. And I really do like Sam Hartman. So I'm going to take Wake Forest in this one as well. And then Monday, there is no game on Sunday. Sunday's Christmas Day. There is no bowl game. So we skip to Monday is the Quick Lane Bowl. You got New Mexico State versus Bowling Green. They're both 6-6. Bowling Green is a 3.5-point favorite.
I'm just going to go New Mexico State. Since I've picked all the favorites so far, I'm going to go opposite this time.
Okay. All right. Roberts, who are you going to take in this one?
Between
I know that much about New Mexico State 6-6 versus Bowling Green 6-6, and Bowling Green is the 3.5-point favorite.
So, remind me, who is the coach of Bowling Green? Is it Scott Leffler?
I really don't know. I'd have to look it up, Roberts.
It is the defensive coordinator, the mean guy with the mustache?
I don't know.
You don't know.
I told you I don't know much about either one of these teams.
Well, I'm going to say Bowling Green.
All right. Mason, do you know anything about either one of these teams?
I'm gonna go Bowling
You
Green.
live near Bowling Green, don't you?
Yeah.
It's
I'm
not
gonna go
Bowling
Bowling
Green.
Green.
It's not that Bowling Green. This is Bowling Green in Ohio.
Bowling Green's coach is Scott Leffler.
Yep.
Scott Leffler. Ugh. Does anybody remember when he was an offensive coordinator for Auburn? They went 3-9 in 2012.
Yeah,
And his
Auburn
D
wasn't real
coordinator
good.
was also Auburn's D coordinator.
Yeah, Auburn wasn't real good at that point.
They
Okay.
weren't.
That's why you're asking about it, but I really couldn't tell you.
Yeah.
This Bowling Green is at Ohio, though, not Bowling Green, Kentucky. That's Western Kentucky. We were talking about a few minutes ago. Mason, did you say you're taking Bowling Green?
Yes.
All right. I'm going to be different with New Mexico State. Me and Hammonds will go with New Mexico State in this game. I really don't know enough about either team really to pick a game strongly. So the next one is the Camilla Bowl, and it's played on Tuesday. And we got Georgia Southern 6-6 versus Buffalo 6-6.
I really
And
like this
Georgia
Georgia
Southern
Southern team.
Georgia Southern is a 3.5 favorite.
I really like this Georgia Southern team. They really get up and down the field offensively.
They're a team that played a little tougher schedule early on.
They did. I believe I'm going to take Georgia Southern in this game. And if I remember correctly, they beat App State in overtime. If I remember right.
Yeah, I think so. And they played a couple of Power
They
5
beat
teams
Nebraska.
early on.
They beat Nebraska too, didn't they? Georgia Southern?
Yeah, they caused.
Was it Southern or State?
I don't know which one beat
It was-
Nebraska.
It was
It was
Georgia
Southern, I believe. It was Southern, I
Yeah,
believe.
in
That beat Nebraska.
overtime they beat
Then-
Nebraska.
That's because
Right.
Valdosta's Titletown.
Then the next day, Scott Frost got fired.
Yeah, this is the team that done it.
Yeah, well, he was fired anyways, but they just added to it.
Yep. If you're on with us, go ahead and comment in there for your favorite
was that-
Christmas movie.
So if you had Scott Frost being fired, is that the Heat Miser firing the cold, the frosty guy? I'm Mr. Heat Miser. I'm no? Okay.
No.
Just
No.
wondering.
Who you taking in this
come on,
game?
I gotta tie it to Oh, I'm taking Georgia Southern all the way.
All right.
Georgia
Hammonds,
Southern
that's who you
in
took, right?
Montgomery.
Yeah. Mason, who you taking?
Yeah, I took Georgia Southern.
Taking UGA South.
Okay. I guess we're all going to be on Georgia Southern on this game, and that's because they, showed some flashes this year and beat some decent teams. So I know their record 6-6, just like Buffalo, but I got a feeling that
We have a comment. National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation, Robert Rhodes said.
Robert Rhodes. All right, I'll get that up. Hey, man, I appreciate
That's
you
right.
commenting with us and saying your favorite Christmas movie. It should be coming up. It's just taking it a minute.
It's a
It's up there.
Oh, it is? Okay. All right. Robert Rhodes says National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. I 100% agree with you. It's always been my favorite Christmas movie since 1990 or whenever it came out, somewhere around there.
89.
89. Okay, I'm sorry. I was close. But it's been my favorite movie ever since. So I sit and laugh, and there's a lot of scenes that crack me up. So I agree with you 100% on that. So with that, we'll take a little break there, and we'll go to our next question as soon as I get this to come up. Our next question. What's your favorite?
Phew, that's difficult.
Favorite Christmas treat or snack?
Well,
The
to be
Christmas
honest,
Little Debbie's. Let's go.
the Little Debbie Christmas tree cakes is probably mine.
Yep. Exactly.
Yeah.
Yes. Man of
I
faith.
could live off those during the holidays.
Exactly.
I think Hammond's actually does live off those during the holidays.
And my snack, I would say, well, not really. I wouldn't call it a snack or treat. Is I'm trying to think how to say it. Cheese ball. Cheese ball is one of my favorites. Mom makes
That's
a mean
pretty
cheese
good.
ball for Christmas.
Yeah, my Aunt Helen does too, and her cheese is super delicious.
Have y'all ever watched that Saturday Night Live skit with Alec Baldwin, and he's on like a talk show, like a radio talk show, and he's like, it's kind of like a oh, I can't remember the
No, we haven't seen it if you can't remember it.
oh my god.
Chex Mix. I don't know.
So,
I'm not big on Chex Mix, but
he does
Robert
he does
Rhodes says
sweaty,
Chex Mix.
sweaty. Yeah, would you like to have my sweaty balls?
I'll tell you something else. The white trash candy's good too, with the pretzels and all that. Have you ever had that?
Yeah, with the Chex Mix and pretzels
Yeah,
and all that.
that's a killer snack right there.
Yeah, it
It's
is.
them on
I
public
like
radio. That's what it is.
well.
Now the Chex Mix by itself, I'm not.
Hey, Roberts,
huge
do
on,
you have a snack that you or a treat that you want to mention here? Or?
I
Robert, we
don't
appreciate
know,
you,
Todd.
Chime in with us. You're doing all the
Am I the
quotes.
only one that got what he just did? Am I the only one that just got what he just did?
He said, "I don't know, Todd."
Jeez,
I know what he did.
Margot.
I know exactly what he did.
I'm just gonna.
I don't know,
interject.
Todd.
That's right. So, I mean, I don't really know.
Why is the carpet all wet, Margot?
I don't know, Todd. But honestly, I mean, we've had just different candies that are hanging around, that are like in different bowls. But I mean, it's all the same thing that you would eat every other part of the year. It's just all colored differently. So like M&Ms, they're just red and white,
Green and red.
or red and great green and red. And then you have, the Reese's peanut butter cups and the Hershey Kisses and all that stuff. So, I mean,
Well, they make peppermint.
I don't really
Hershey
get into
Kisses.
I'm not too into
You
that.
better watch what you're saying. What's next? Zebra cakes are the same as the Christmas trees?
No, I don't really eat a whole lot of Little Debbie snacks. So look, I like the Christmas trees and the zebra cakes and all the different Little Debbie snacks. I just don't specifically go and buy them like during the holidays, like go get the Christmas trees or whatever like that. So
I haven't had this year.
so it's not like I go out and I have to have it, but if it's around, I'm not gonna say no. So
Right.
What about like that? Does anybody here like that tin popcorn? You get like the big old tin, it has like 3 different flavors or whatever.
I love that
like
tin
the
popcorn.
caramel and
Yeah.
the cheese and
Yeah,
the, and
that's
the
like
Heck yeah,
my
that's
favorite
one of
part
my
about it.
favorites. Yeah, but I'm classic when it comes to it. Give me some chocolate chip cookies and milk, homemade
see,
chocolate chip cookies.
Well, you got the white beard, so yeah, I see it.
Is that
telling
what
you.
you set out for Santa Claus?
It
that's what he
is.
sets out for himself.
Santa Claus comes and eats it every year.
I mean, just like clockwork.
I'm telling you, every year he comes and eats it. It's gone. I don't know what happens to it.
It's demolished.
I'm just saying, happens every year.
Chicks next.
All right, guys. So we'll go to the next 5 bowl games. The First Responder Bowl is Memphis 6-6 versus Utah State, 6-6. Memphis is 7.5-point favorite.
Memphis. I was the first responder.
All right.
Memphis, easy.
I'm going to go Memphis.
Okay. So we got 3 Memphis. I'm probably going to go with Memphis as well. I really am surprised to see Utah State in there at 6-6. They got dumped a couple of times early on. So I'm going to go Memphis as well in this game. And our next game is – these games are being played next Tuesday. The Birmingham Bowl. Coastal Carolina is in this game 3 against East Carolina, which is an interesting matchup. Even as a team that challenged South Carolina, Coastal's had a really good season. Actually, East Carolina is a 7.5-point favorite.
Yeah, see, I'm going East because Coastal should be without Grayson.
Yeah,
Or their
McCall's
and their
not gonna be
coach. And their coach. Yeah.
It don't matter.
East
Carolina. All right. Well, I think the favorite with them being 7.5 shows that they lost their coach, their quarterback, and all that. So
quarterback can't get into a school because he doesn't have the same major that those schools provide. Has to have
is that
30
what the
hours.
problem is?
He has to have 30 hours. Like he wasn't going to be able to get in. Like if he were going to Auburn, let's just say let's say he chose Auburn, he wasn't going to be able to enroll until August at Auburn because he would have to have 30 hours or 32 hours of credits that he would have to get at Coastal before he came over. He needed 32 hours.
I know he went and visited Florida too.
And I think he had the same problem at Florida. I don't know if it was 32 hours like it was at Auburn that he needed to get done before coming over, but at Auburn it was 32 hours that he needed to have prior to coming into Auburn.
What's his major?
And
breaking.
He wanted to get sports management
right here on College SportsCast.
He wanted to get sports management, and Auburn doesn't offer a sports management, which I don't understand why.
Really?
Florida State does, but Auburn does not, because I actually I looked at Florida State for either sports management or sports marketing when I was looking at schools. So, and that was more for when I was looking at a possibility of going and getting a master's, and that's where I was going to go.
Well, the issue with Grayson McCall having that major is if he was to go to Florida State, he's going to be behind Jordan Travis. So.
Well, I'm just saying. I just named a school where I know that they offer the major.
If he looked at that he'd be sitting behind Jordan.
I know Iowa State offers it. He can come up here to the good old heartland.
Yeah, if he wants to go freeze his ass off, yeah.
Yeah, in the winter.
Well, they don't make the playoffs, so they're good. You don't got to worry about
that. Yeah, true.
All right, guys. Who y'all picking in this game? Or East Carolina? I know East Carolina.
I said East Carolina.
All right. Mason, who you got?
I said Coastal as soon as you fucking said it. Freaking said it.
All right.
He said something weird.
I said Coastal no matter what.
Yeah, he said Coastal.
All right. I know I would pick Coastal if they didn't lose their quarterback and their coach, but I'm going to go East Carolina. They're a pretty good team.
Thank you. And, I need another good win.
I'm going to go with the next one's the Guaranteed Rate Bowl, and this is Wisconsin 6-6 versus Oklahoma State 7-5.
Well,
and Wisconsin is a 3.5-point favorite.
I'll tell you, this game's hard to pick. I'll tell you why. It's because Oklahoma State don't have their quarterback. Wisconsin don't have their quarterback. This is one of those games that I have no idea.
Yeah, it is hard to pick.
Oklahoma State by 14.
Okay. But if you're going based on better talent, you're probably going to go with Oklahoma State. So give me the Cowboys.
Okay. Roberts?
Pistol Pete.
And no, that's not the Dallas Cowboys, by the way.
I know which Cowboy you're talking
I
about.
had to sling that in.
All right, so I think
Being a Cowboy fan over these years, you have to throw in the reference.
good grief. Every show you put that
Who
in
shot
every
JR?
show.
At least I'm not a
Shot
Packers.
JR.
At least I'm not a Packers fan.
And I don't throw it in all the time. Every show you throw that in there. All right. I was more on Oklahoma State all year long, so I'm going to stay there, even though their quarterback is not playing in this game, I don't believe. So I'll go Oklahoma State. It looks like Robert Rhodes, who's been with us answering some questions, is going Oklahoma State in this game as well. I'll get that up for you. There it is. We appreciate your comments, Robert, staying with us. So I wanted to get that up for you. All right. The next bowl game that we're going to talk about is the Military Bowl. This one could be interesting, actually. UCF 9-4. Duke is actually a 3-point. Hammonds, are you here?
Who does Duke play again?
UCF. UCF is 9-4, and Duke is 8-4, and Duke is a 3-point Military Bowl.
Give me Duke. I'll take Duke this game.
Okay. Roberts?
Give me Duke. Have you seen Gus Malzahn's record in bowl games?
It's not good. I know that. No, I don't know exactly what it is, but it's not good. I know that.
It's not good.
Yeah.
Duke.
Mason, who you taking in this one?
Give me the Blue Devils.
There you go.
All right. If everybody else is taking Duke, I'll take UCF, and we'll just call it a game.
And you're going to lose.
I might, but I'm going to be different. I'm going to take the opposite team. And Gus Malzahn's going to get a bowl win outside of coaching Auburn. So
So he got one at Arkansas State. Okay, gotcha.
he just didn't want to win one at Auburn. That's all.
No, didn't want to win anything in postseason at Auburn.
All right, so that's the next 5 bowl games. Oh, I take it back. We got one more. All right, the next bowl game is Liberty Bowl, Kansas 6-6 versus Arkansas 6-6, and Arkansas is a 3-point favorite.
Rock chalk.
Ooh. Big Suey.
All right, so we got a Kansas and we got a Arkansas.
Doesn't I think Kansas has their quarterback, right?
I'm going to take Arkansas in this one.
See, I mean, I don't know.
Look,
is the quarterback playing
Kansas with an AR? That's what we did. We took Kansas with an AR. That's right.
I might take Kansas with an AR too.
Yeah, there you go.
I think I'm gonna take Arkansas too in this game, but I don't know. Is Jefferson playing? Does anybody know?
No.
As far as I know, he's coming back next year.
Huh.
I know he's returned to school next year, so
He is?
His backup, I think, is transferring, right?
Yeah, Malik. Yeah. Malik
So
Hornsby.
Robert
Malik
Rhodes
Hornsby.
says UCF, and then he's also says Arkansas. I'm trying to get it to come up, but has it switched? There it is. I'm going to take Arkansas in that game as well. I mean, Kansas started out the season higher, looked great. They finished pretty badly. They did lose their quarterback a long period of time, and I'm not sure if he's coming back or not for the bowl. So I don't know the answer to that question. All right, so our next Christmas is your favorite Christmas tradition, and that just means for you. What your family, what's your favorite Christmas tradition that you do?
Watch Christmas movies up until the 24th
All
and
right,
25th. We always watch the 30 days of Christmas, the 25 days of Christmas movies.
25 days or something,
They-
of Christmas.
Yeah, they start the 1st and then they move on to the 25th.
Right, right. All right. John Roberts, you and your family, what's your favorite Christmas tradition y'all do?
Well, I mean, we're basically in Christmas mode as soon as Halloween is over. So there's no such thing as Thanksgiving. That's just a pit stop on the way to Christmas from Halloween.
Okay. So you're one of those that puts
we're-
up your Christmas tree at 1st of November? Is that what you're saying?
Well, I delay it as much as I can, but that usually just means a week after that. It's usually up.
Right.
Yeah, I go like, hold on, I got something I gotta do or whatever, and then all of a sudden it's up. So, but I mean, we just watching Christmas music, Christmas movies, and again, brother-in-law comes down, I guess, a week before Thanksgiving, and
I mean, do y'all have like
he stays
you get up
here
early in the
till,
morning?
to do what? Like on Christmas Day? Yeah, the kids get up.
Well, at my grandma's,
No, they know not to.
on my dad's side, we have breakfast on Christmas Day. So
Yeah, so
Right.
what
Sometimes
we'll
you
do is,
might go to somebody's house and have breakfast or something like that and have a tradition.
so what we do is we have kids will get up, and God knows what time they'll get up, but they'll get up and they know not to touch the presents or to deal with the presents, but they can go in and start digging through their stockings. So they can go in and get their stockings and kind of go through some of that stuff, and they're up and till about I mean, I naturally will get up somewhere between 6 and 7, but most of the time we're not really moving around until 8. And then once we get downstairs, then we'll start opening up the presents. We'll have a kind of a breakfast brunch type deal, and then at that point, that's when either we'll go to my parents or my parents will come over here.
Right.
So 'cause
Mason,
we already have
what
my
about you?
mother-in-law that lives with us. So
What about you?
my-
Christmas tradition.
My favorite is we always open up gifts on Christmas Eve. We'll sit there and eat a big meal, watch football, and then we open up gifts Christmas Eve. So I think that's mine, just football. There has to be football for Christmas for me.
see, also the thing too is that with me is that up until the last couple, I mean, and really, this year has probably been the more defining year of like the position I'm in. But for the last 10 years, that I've been with the company that I've been with, and prior to that, I have worked on almost every major holiday.
Right.
Or I have worked, all the way leading up to a holiday, and the only day that I got off was the day itself. This, where I'm at now, and even, I mean, I've been in the position I've been in for about 2.5, 3 years, but up until midsummer did it feel like I actually was in the position I'm at. So this is the first time where I'm going to like be more relaxed and I
You get
have
to be
more
home.
off time and I have more time around. And so it may be that the traditions as far as what we will have moving forward don't start until like now.
Right.
Well, if you're
It's kind of
Brad,
weird.
don't play Christmas music in the 1st of November because he loses his absolute freaking mind.
I can't do Christmas right after Halloween. I just can't. All right. But my family, my dad, we always open gifts on Christmas Eve, always. And then Christmas Day was reserved for me, like my brothers and sisters, and for our families. And then my Christmas on my mom's side, my parents are divorced, so my Christmas on my mom's side has almost always been the 26th. I don't know why. We almost have always done on the 26th. It's always the day after Christmas, and everybody comes in. I've got a sister that lives in Cincinnati. I've got a brother that lives in Southern Indiana. And for a while, I was in Alabama, and I have a sister here in Kentucky. So we're all in different places, and we all have to travel and come in. So it takes us a day or two in between travel. So, like I said, that's kind of always been my Christmas traditions as far as with family. My own, of course, kids were smaller. I mean, getting up and having Christmas with Santa Claus with the kids and stuff was always fun as well. My kids are a little older now, so I don't get to do all that anymore. But those are kind of some of mine. Robert Rhodes here says, ours is having breakfast on Christmas morning every year. That's actually something. So with my dad's side, on Christmas morning when I was a kid, we would all go to her house for Christmas breakfast. And that was something that we did as well. But that's been a lot of years ago now that we all had families and stuff like that and had kids. We kind of celebrated our own Christmas on Christmas morning, Christmas Day. So that's some of our traditions. Robert, we appreciate you like chiming in with us on this stuff. We're hop back on. Mason, did you answer that one?
Yep.
I thought you
Do
did.
any of y'all wear do any of y'all wear ugly Christmas sweaters when y'all are celebrating?
Yeah. I have one of Brad's face on it, so
Yeah.
I have never wore an ugly Christmas sweater. I'm sorry, no.
I almost wore it for the
Pajamas.
pod. I almost wore it for the pod tonight, but I didn't. I'm sorry.
I've done
I
Christmas pajamas,
apologize.
like on Christmas morning with the kids and stuff. I used to do that and have like a weird, like Christmas themed pajama set. But that was for my kids. Y'all don't want to see it. It's all right.
Yeah. No. Yeah.
I don't either. So it's all right. All right. So we're going to get back to we got five more. These five are some of the big games. The Holiday Bowl, we've got Oregon 9-3 versus UNC, North Carolina 9-4. This is both of these teams have been ranked most of the year, but Oregon is actually favored in this game 14.5.
as they should.
So what do you think? Mason, you start. You spoke. What do you think?
Oregon.
Oregon? You
You
taking
see,
the Ducks?
one of their losses to the number one ranked team in the country. First game of the year. So, yeah, I'm going
Yeah.
Oregon.
Yeah, it is. Okay. Hammonds, who you taking in this game?
I got Oregon.
Okay.
Quack quack.
All right. Need to go on Oregon as well. I've kind of liked this UNC team throughout the year a little bit and would like to take them. but they finished terrible. I think they lost their last 3 games, to be honest with you. And they were 9-1, I'm pretty sure, and had a chance to maybe push for a college football playoff, or at least push Clemson into a college football playoff if they played a close game and stuff. But they just finished terrible. So I'm going to go Oregon as well in this game. And then we're going to go with the Texas Bowl. This one ought to be a fun one, actually. This is Texas Tech 7 versus Ole Miss 8-4. Ole Miss, and we'll see what y'all want to say in this one. Hammonds, who you got?
I got Ole Miss.
This is a game that the defenses are not allowed. Probably in this game, you're probably going. This is a game that might be like 2-48 or something like that. That's what.
Hell yeah. Damn right. Hotty toddy, gosh almighty, who the hell are we? Flim flam, bam bam, Ole Miss, by damn.
Hello.
Yeah, the whole. I got it. I know the cheers.
How do you know the whole thing?
I don't know.
I don't even.
That's another topic for another day.
It's another
How the
discussion.
hell does he know the whole thing? Anyways, okay. He's taking Ole Miss, apparently.
Yes, sir.
He's supposed to be an Auburn fan, but I'm not so sure anymore. All right, Mason, who you taking in this one?
Well, that's a dumb question. My Big 12 bias. I'm going to stick with my Big 12, the bowl records.
He's going to
the
stick
past
with his
years.
big guns in the Big 12.
The Big 12 is, especially in bowl games, has been great. I don't think Ole Miss is all there. I'm going to go Texas Tech, especially, even though their, 4-star corner is not playing, I'm going to go Texas Tech.
You're probably right.
To me, the game where you're just going to have a bunch of offense. Like, it's going to be a 52-48 game, probably.
Which means now it's going to be
that's my
13
guess
to 10
on this game.
It will be 13 to 10.
I really think this is going to be
something to make
an
you gouge your
entertaining
eyes
game. No, not this game. You got 2 coaches that want to run up, throw the ball, run up and down the field. So I'm taking Ole Miss. I've got. I'll take Lane, go against him. So I know you're going to say something, Mason, but I'm going Ole Miss, man. I'm sorry. The Pinstripe Bowl is played next Thursday, and this game is Syracuse 7-5 versus Minnesota 8-4, and Minnesota is a 9.5-point favorite. Hammonds?
Give me Minnesota.
All right. We'll take the Gophers.
Who again? Minnesota and who?
Syracuse. Syracuse is 7-5. Minnesota is 8-4, and Minnesota is a 9.5-point favorite.
Orange. Syracuse.
All right, you're going to take the orange? Okay. I think I lost Mason. I'll try to get him up here.
I'm here.
See if it'll click back up. But trying to get it to click on. All right, so I'm I'm probably going to take, I think Syracuse had a really good offense. They just don't defense. And Minnesota come through a gaunt Big Ten with the defense that's played there. I'm going to take Minnesota in this.
Minnesota by 21.
I think I got you back up. Minnesota. All right. And then, Roberts, this is your bowl here. I got the Cheez-It Bowl next.
This is my bowl, bitch.
Yes.
The Cheez-It Bowl. Oklahoma 6-6 versus Florida State 9-3.
Boomer Sooner.
You got two kind of powerhouse normal teams with Florida State and Oklahoma. Florida State is a 9-point favorite, Mason.
Florida
9 points.
State fucking sucks. Boomer Sooner, baby.
He's an Oklahoma fan, so
You can't tell.
you got to forgive him. Roberts, you okay over there?
Yeah.
He's fixing to get yelled at by me. Go ahead and pick it.
FLORIDASTATE. Florida State. Florida State. Florida State sucks. Boomer Sooner.
Let's fucking go.
NOLES Knowles.
All right, Hammonds.
I said Minnesota.
Who you take?
We moved on. Row the boat to the next one.
Oklahoma and
State.
my bad. I'm gonna go Florida State.
Yeah, nobody likes you anyways. Brad?
Free Shoes University. Gotcha.
Well,
Memphis South. That's what it is. It's called Memphis South.
this is a game. I really like Boches in this game. To be honest with you,
Well, that's great, but that doesn't. They're not going to do anything.
Exactly.
Yes, I think Norval's done a great job, and they got a heck of a run game. And if I'm not mistaken, Oklahoma's had trouble with that.
Yeah, they can't stop it.
I'm pretty sure they've had some trouble with that over the year. So I'm going to take Florida State, Mason. I can't help it.
Thank you. Yes.
I'm taking Florida State.
That's the best news I've literally heard all day.
So there was one time.
Oklahoma.
There
Hey,
was
look,
one time.
even Robert Rhodes is agreeing with me. He says Knowles.
Yeah, well,
Hey.
he don't know what he's talking about either.
There was
Quick
one
up-
time that I
quick
got kicked
update.
out of a Florida State.
Quick update, real quick on basketball. Missouri leads Illinois tonight by 24 points.
Nah, it's all good. Illinois got it.
Okay.
But another quick update.
All right. The
Brad picked against
last bowl
Oklahoma,
game.
so that means we're gonna win.
I did have an issue with Oklahoma this year. When I picked them to win, they
never
lost.
pick
When I picked them to lose, they won. I have an issue with them. So
Which
Mason,
is fine by me.
BYU was. I had two teams this year that they were every time I picked them, they were the opposite. But BYU, I
Exactly.
picked to win the bowl, and they won. So I broke the curse.
Oh,
By 1 point. Oh my God.
It didn't matter.
here
They
we
won.
go. Listen, no Smurf.
Doesn't
Listen, no
matter,
Smurf.
Roberts. I didn't ask for your input in that.
I once had a conversation with Rhett Lashley.
Alamo Bowl, Texas versus Washington. Texas is 8-4. Washington is 10-2, and it's in the Alamo Bowl. So, and Texas is a 4-point favorite.
Hook 'em.
Hammond says hook 'em.
So does Mason. Hook 'em.
Mason says hook 'em.
Let's see. We're back.
Yeah, back playing a mediocre bowl.
God, Just because all of y'all went with stupid Texas, I'm going Washington. No, I don't like
Hey.
Texas.
Did you guys know that Penix is the best quarterback in the Pac-12?
They're a bunch of crybabies.
Yes,
I mean,
he's
honestly,
the best one.
you can't
Best.
do that. And they
Better
cry about
than the Heisman Trophy winner
wah, wah,
and
bunch
the
of crybabies.
transfer.
Hey,
Better than Utah.
He led the league in yardage. Go look at it. He
Hey,
led
Brad,
the Pac-12.
nobody asked you in your Smurf headphones.
He led the Pac-12 in yardage. Go look at it.
He led
the
Indiana
Pac-12 in yardage. Heisman Trophy winner.
Oh, did he?
Look it up.
Oh boy!
Since you want to talk trash, he was the yardage leader in the Pac-12.
What do you mean talking trash? We're not talking about Kentucky. Let's go.
Yeah, that's trash.
You got a lot of room to talk, Mr. Auburn Tigers.
We will beat Kentucky.
You got a lot of room to talk over there. As far as I know, Auburn's home this year, aren't they?
No, they're rebuilding. It's a rebuilding year. Jesus.
I think they're like sitting at home somewhere.
It's a rebuilding decade, Brad. Get it right. Come on. Oh my.
All right, so had brought up basketball. That is the one game tonight that I thought would be interesting is the Missouri game tonight. Halftime at that game, and Missouri is absolutely throttling Illinois 51-27. That's kind of an amazing score. I would have not thought that would have been the score. I mean, I did kind of expect Missouri to play decent in this game, but I really expected Illinois to win the game, and maybe they will. But that's a big that's a big deficit to overcome at halftime.
That's about the
points
point.
Is
The points that Auburn versus Washington in the second half, the score that they had, each team. Auburn scored like 53 in the second half, and Washington scored like.
I got to put you up there, Robert.
30.
That's what my headphones. I said, "Go, they're blue." He kept calling me Smurf, and I said, "No, they're Kentucky blue." So and your Auburn and Washington game the other night actually surprised me because Auburn's not been playing well.
That's because the TV cameras have been on us. But then when we play in the Pac-12 network, there are no TV cameras, so we can play really well.
Yeah, the Washington game when there's nobody on, like they went and played USC and they were on TV out there.
Right, and a large Auburn contingent.
Yeah, and lost. And then they went on up the coast and throttled Washington
that nobody saw.
Yeah, and it was on TV. You're right. You're absolutely right. But there's been a lot of upsets the last few days, I think. I mean, 3 or 4 days ago, Duke got beat. But there's been some like small schools that's been winning. Man, just kind of there's quite a few of them that I noticed. I was trying to go back and look.
Yeah, there was it Mississippi State lost to a team?
Yeah, Drake beat Mississippi State. Yeah, the other night.
Yeah. I mean, Drake is always trying to copy everybody. But I didn't think that they could go out there and beat Mississippi State. I mean, going up there just
great fucking basketball team.
Yeah, but who does Drake root for? Okay, because they're like Kenny Chesney. All right.
All right, you better watch out how you talk about these Iowa teams. Have to come to this microphone.
Where are you?
Drake doesn't deserve to be beating Mississippi State. I'm sorry, not really. I mean, they did, but
Drake makes the bracket almost every year, and it's a private school in Iowa. Private.
excuse me, I wouldn't have known where Drake was, to be honest.
It's a
With you. I have
private
no
school
idea.
on the worst side of town in Iowa, to be exact, like the ghetto.
Okay. Well, so in the basketball world, and Hammonds, you might like talk about this too a little bit. But over the Christmas break, there's really not a whole lot that goes on in the basketball world. The next few days, there's really not too many games. There's no games at all. There's like 1 or 2 games on Friday, and then there's games at all on Saturday, which is really strange for the college basketball world. There's 2 games tomorrow in the top 25. And then Sunday, there is the champions of tournament, the Diamond Head out in Hawaii is being played this weekend. But there's really no big teams. Iona's out there, Rick Pitino, but they lost today in the opening round to SMU. SMU beat them 85-81. So they're in the losers bracket now out there. And, I mean, there's no big ties out there, of course. Pepperdine's out there. I think Washington State's out there. SMU, Iona. There's 8 teams out there playing. But there's really nobody real big. All right. So it doesn't really pick up until next Wednesday night. Next Wednesday night, the SEC opens SEC play. And I got some games that I wanted to mention, and y'all can kind of talk about them, whatever you want to do here. But Arkansas and LSU play opening night. Alabama plays Mississippi State. They're both ranked. Florida and Auburn play. Tennessee and Ole Miss play. UK plays Missouri. And that's all in the SEC next Wednesday night. Hammonds, do you have anything to say about the opening night for SEC next Wednesday?
Those 2 or 3 games are going to be pretty good now. I don't know about Tennessee and Ole Miss. Tennessee's probably the better team there, but if Missouri plays like they have tonight, Kentucky's going to have their hands full next weekend or next
true.
Wednesday.
That's true. It's next Wednesday night. These games are. It's the opening night for SEC.
Mississippi State has been a big surprise team, which they lost to Drake, I think, the other night. But still, they're 11-1. They're still a good basketball team.
They are, and them and Alabama are matching up.
Yeah, and then the other game you said was
Arkansas and LSU. Yeah, that ought to be a good game.
That's always a good game when they play. So
yeah, LSU and Arkansas open up Wednesday night. That should be a good game. I think Florida and Auburn will probably be a good game, I would think.
I don't know. Florida was a team to watching early, but they've kind of slacked off the last couple of weeks. They ain't what I thought they was going to be right now. So, and Auburn ain't as good either, I don't think. I mean, Auburn's good, but they're not Auburn from last year.
I mean, that's fair.
Yeah, but even Auburn from last year wasn't great.
Well,
I disagree. But
I mean, come on.
They was great.
They
was great early in the year, and then when they got towards the end of the season,
2 first-round players, 2 top 15 players.
I'll be honest with you. When Auburn lost to Missouri on the road, that was where they fell apart, in my opinion. And they never looked good again after that.
No, they didn't last year. They kind of fell apart towards the end.
They won some games there after Missouri, but they just never looked apart after.
So a great team would not fall apart. That's why I said they're not a great team. I didn't say they were.
They were, but they looked like they were going to be a challenging team for a Final Four run.
They couldn't shoot
in mid-February.
They couldn't shoot.
But then the last 3 weeks of the season, they just kind of fell apart.
Guard play is usually what gets them through, right? They didn't have it.
Even in the Kentucky game, when Kentucky was up, 10 on Auburn?
Auburn won, but they still didn't look good. I mean,
Right. It was
Yeah, but
ugly.
they had a guard that was just throwing them in from anywhere that darn night, and he didn't do it the rest of the year. So
Listen,
yeah, I
every
remember.
time, I'm going to be honest with you. Even at Rupp Arena, when a team comes in, somebody goes Stephen Curry, Golden State on Kentucky at Rupp.
Good grief! I'm so
it's a
sick and
shame,
tired of
man.
seeing that crap. It's ridiculous. And speaking of UK, we're talking about these games, and UK and Missouri was one of these games. So I'm going to mention something. All right. So Coach Calipari at the news conference today insinuated that the fans' negativity is making it harder for his players to play at Kentucky.
Cry me a river.
John Calipari actually said that. And I am here to tell you,
Cry me
holy
a
crap,
river.
will you please shut your mouth? You want to know what the crap is causing Kentucky to be hard to play at right now? It's called losing.
Expectations.
It's called losing. That's what it's called.
And another thing too, he's not there. He's not there to pacify these kids. He's there to win games, and he's not doing what he.
Quit blaming the damn fans, Cal. That's ridiculous. You're at Kentucky. You're at the Mecca of college basketball. You are at the University of Kentucky. We don't lose 9 out of 10 games to ranked opponents, okay? That doesn't happen. Not ever. You know the only time that it's ever happened? It's on your watch.
And everybody says we're the gold standard. We ain't the gold standard anymore.
Well, we used to be, and we always have been. The only time that that's happened, Coach Cal, is on your watch. Plain and simple.
Brad coming in from the top row.
I'm serious as a heart attack. I'm so sick and tired of hearing stupid crap.
Give them the people's
Coach
elbow.
Cal. Win damn ball games. Play an offense that these kids will enjoy. Develop your players. How about that?
Snap another Slim Jim. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I'm just sick and tired of it.
Oh, you ain't the only one.
Y'all have no idea.
Well, even
I couldn't believe that that's what I was hearing from him today.
Well, Matt Jones made a comment the other night and said that he was talking about the fans being negative. He said it's not a bad thing. The fans want better. And Cal don't seem to understand that. See, I think he does a lot of this stuff to troll the fan base, to get them to react. And then he tries – I don't even know – like when he does the lineup changes, I think he does that to pee the fans off.
I think he should talk like this.
We're scoring 53 points.
Every other word.
We're scoring 53 points in a game, and the answer is to insert Lance Ware into the starting lineup. That's the answer.
Listen,
where are the points
take
at?
on that whole Lance Ware thing. I like Lance Ware.
Come on now.
When I seen that he put Lance Ware and Oscar Tshiebwe in the same game at the same position, I thought Screws was loose.
I mean, get a grip. Seriously.
And poor
speaking of grips, go ahead.
Soft grips. There you go.
There you go. Come on. God, you gotta pick it up. Man. You gotta pick it up. God.
Yeah, man, I got you. Soft grips, a new sponsor for us.
And even when Ugana plays, he does really good, and then he jerks him right out of the game. Like, I don't understand it. Like, it's –
I know. And
it's
everybody's still in love with Jacob Toppin, the brother of Obi Toppin. Did you know he's the brother of Obi Toppin? You know that?
Yeah, I knew that. Yeah.
Toppin.
Every time somebody speaks to him about him, it's the brother of Obi Toppin.
Yeah. Let's move on to Christmas songs because I think you're going way
You're snapping into a Slim Jim too fast, man.
I mean, it's ridiculous. I'm tired of it, man.
He's turned into the Grim Reaper.
Develop your players. Develop your players. You got Ugana sitting there. You got Chris Livingston sitting there. You got Frederick sitting there. And you've got Adu sitting there. Develop your players. When you develop players, you develop your team.
And if you can't develop players, you need to go.
Develop your players.
My favorite Christmas song is Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer is my favorite.
Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. All right. Favorite Christmas
I thought it was Blue Christmas. Because I'll have
a blue
Christmas. Blue Nation without
Big Blue Nation without you.
It's gonna be a blue Christmas. It's going to be a blue Christmas for Kentucky if they don't figure out their offense. I can tell you that right now.
But when they're at home, it's I'm dreaming of a white Christmas.
All right, Christmas songs. One of my favorites has always been. I've always loved Silver Bells. I think it's a catchy little tune. I like the wording of it.
Santa baby.
It depends who's singing it, but we won't go there. It's really not that great when Roberts is singing it.
You don't like my singing?
My favorite music is Mariah Carey.
Oh, yeah.
When she sings All I Want for Christmas Is You. Yeah, that's my jam.
I don't go there with that one. I'm sorry. I'm old school. I'll take I Saw Mommy Kissing Santa Claus, if you want to know that one.
The Jackson 5s.
I saw Mommy kissing Santa Claus.
Good old days, man.
I'll take that one.
You remember when Christmas songs talked about rape? Baby, it's cold outside.
Yeah.
That's a bad song. It's modern times is probably not going to be a good one to have. You got to change the words on that one. It does not fit the times.
No, probably don't. Those are some of my favorites, though. And Jingle Bells. I mean, come on, you can't go wrong with Jingle Bells, right? Just regular Jingle Bells.
Sure.
Jingle all the way.
Roberts, are you saying Blue Christmas? Are you just saying that because I was talking about the cats?
Yes.
Elvis version?
Christmas.
I'll have a blue.
Oh man, he did write that one.
Don't quit your day job there, Hobbs.
There you go.
Is it the Elvis version?
He's the one that wrote it. He's the originator of that one. Yes. But no, not
Okay.
that's not my favorite Christmas song.
When it comes to Elvis, the dude, I know we try to not get off topic, but the dude made some unbelievable hits. I mean, the dude had everything in front of him. Like, he was just amazing to listen to.
Well, so Elvis, honestly, he had a promoter guy that basically kept him out from doing music for a long time. And if it hadn't been for that, why, it may have been a different story, and he would have probably been the greatest for sure of all time. I mean, he's still one of the greatest, but
You're saying that Tom Hanks did it?
I watched the movie.
Yeah,
Elvis.
It was Tom Hanks.
And what got me about that whole movie was there was a point there where everybody else when he made his return for the last 4 years. He had been out of it so long,
Like 10 years. Yeah.
He had been out of it so long that people really forgot who he was, which they knew who Elvis was. It was just they was new people coming on.
Right. Absolutely. All right, so Robert's alluded to it. I'm going to throw in a couple of sponsors. We have Reaper Apparel Company. You can use that code C SportsCast 10 for a 10% discount. Order $75 or more, you get free shipping. We also have a new sponsor. It is Soft Grips Company, and it's a gaming company, and they have grips that you put on your controllers to reduce slippage. You can do CSCast 10 and go to softgrip.net, I believe, is their website. And you can use CSCast 10 for a 10% discount. And we would appreciate it. It does help us out if you use those codes. So I want to throw that in. We also have our Linktree page. I'm getting it to come up right now. You can go to Linktree and follow everything that we do, all of our podcast platforms, our live streaming, our Twitters, our TikTok. Everything that we do is on this page, all in one page, so you can kind of go. There is 1 day left. No, 2 days left. It's the 22nd, isn't it? Yeah. All right. There's 2 days left to get in to win a free cap go to the Linktree page, go to the Gleam giveaway, Christmas cap giveaway, and you can enter. It's very simple to enter, and you can win one of our logo caps. And then I'll probably shoot this over to Howie Fresh, and this will be the episode because we're not doing an episode Sunday. So we're now being featured on the Real Fresh channel on Sunday evenings. And then we also have a new one, Let's Talk Sports. We are also being featured on that channel. And he has a YouTube page, Facebook page, Let's Talk Sports, and we are being featured on that page as well. And you can catch us, College Sportscast, on the Real Fresh channel, or you can catch us on the Let's Talk Sports channel, YouTube, and then there is the sports page as well. So we're featured on there. So I'll throw all them out. I haven't had time to change all this, but new thing. Looks like Hammond's jumped off. We're just trying to wrap this up for the evening. I will say this: we normally do our week wrap up show on Sundays, and this Sunday is Christmas Day, so everybody's going to be busy and with their family and enjoying Christmas. We are not going to be doing an episode on Sunday this week. I'm not sure if we haven't really talked, if we're going to try to do a wrap-up show or just kind of skip. I do know this. One of our next episodes, and it might be our very next episode, we're going to be doing a cross promotion with another podcast. It's NFL Outdated, and it's going to be on Wednesday night, 28th. And I believe I've scheduled it for 8 o'clock Wednesday night, the 28th. And NFL Outdated and us are going to combine, and we are going to preview the Music City Bowl. That is something that he wanted to do with us, and we appreciate him coming on and kind of cross-promoting the two shows. So I want to get that out there and let everybody know to look for that. I'll be putting an event for that in the next 24 hours probably. So, Roberts, you looking forward to the cross promo show?
I am. So I have to take a look because I know that there is a possibility that I may or may not be able to be a part of it, and it stinks. But there is a possibility that there's an event that night that I may need to be attending. So,
Okay.
but I will look forward to it, whether I am there or I am not. I'll be
All
looking
right.
forward to
Well,
listening to it.
he gave me 3 days, the 26th, 27th, 28th, and I'm gonna be honest with you. I told you earlier, I almost always have a Christmas to go to on the 26th.
Right, right.
And my family is still going to be in town the morning of the 27th and stuff. And I don't really know, I may still kind of be hanging out with them. So I wasn't sure. So I just picked the 28th. So
Right.
it was the furthest away from Christmas that he gave me. So,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah. So I just picked the 28th, trying to kind of get in between. But this is a collaboration show that we're doing with NFL Outdated, and we're going to be doing a Kentucky versus Iowa Music City Bowl preview.
Offense optional. Yep. Got it.
Kentucky's playing probably 2 quarterbacks. I think they're going to let both. They have a true freshman. His last name is Wade. He was a 4-star kid out of Tennessee. He's going to get a shot. And then the guy who started the South Carolina game, the Sharon, I think is his last name. I think's how he pronounced it. He's from Somerset, Kentucky. He did start the one game that Will Levis set out. We lost to South Carolina that night, but he did. I know that those 2 guys are going to get the starts. Chris Rodriguez has opted out, the running back that we have, the good one, and he's not playing as well. So I've got a little catching up to do on breaking down for this game because we're missing some players.
I'll make it real easy. All right. All right. Low scoring. That's what's going to happen. It's going to be low scoring.
Yeah.
Probably
I do
not
know
a lot of yards.
I do know that
punts,
I was
a lot of punts
I was big linebacker. The one that he's opted out as well.
So
he's not playing as well.
Lots of punts, and if I remember correctly, Kentucky had difficulty with punts.
Snapping, snaps,
snaps. Snap is vital to anything that's on the offensive side, and especially punting, because now you have to snap it further away. You got to go 15 yards back with that thing, and sometimes you overshoot it, and sometimes you don't hit the target, and and kicks in general, just like somehow maybe they'll get into a field goal range, and then snaps, holds, and kicks.
I'm telling you, all season long.
I think Iowa scores 7 points without scoring a touchdown because they've done it once before.
They did. First game
they
of the
won
season.
A game. They won a game 7-3. They won it 7-3, and they did not score a touchdown.
This is true.
No touchdowns. No touchdowns scored.
They had a field goal and 2 safeties.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah, this is true. The first game of the season, and they won 7-3.
I mean, what if you had 3 safeties and a blocked extra point returned?
Don't put it up. Don't put it past Iowa to do something like that.
Because that's 7 points there too.
Yep. All right, we've been on for about an hour and a half. We try to wrap this up. I knew it was kind of long, but we was trying to throw in some Christmas stuff as well. We will not be on until after Christmas at least. So we at College SportsCast want to wish everybody a Merry Christmas. We hope everybody has fun with their family, has some quality family time, and whether you believe in the Christ or Christmas part of it or not, we wish you some blessings and hope that your holiday season, your Christmas season is well worth it for all of you. So, John Roberts, you got anything to add to that?
Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, Happy Hanukkah, Happy Kwanzaa. I don't know what else. Yes.
8
Seems
crazy nights.
correct. Yeah, there's that too.
That is.
Happy
was
Winter
talking about-
Solstice.
We were
You know,
talking
we'll
about
go that
Christmas
too.
movies. 8 Crazy Nights is a pretty darn good movie.
It's not a Christmas movie though.
I know. But it's the season. It's still that season, but it's not Christmas. I
It's a
get it.
holiday seasonal movie.
Yes.
There you go. We
But
can do
8
that.
Crazy Nights is a pretty good movie.
It is. I'm not
Yeah.
saying it's not a good movie. I'm just saying
Yeah.
it's not a Christmas movie.
Just want to throw that out there before we get off the air.
Yeah.
Go if you have not seen 8 Crazy Nights, Adam Sandler, go see it. Eight Crazy Nights.
O'Doyle
All right.
rules.
All right, guys. Merry Christmas. And if I don't see you between now and then, I will definitely see you on the 28th for our show with NFL Outdated. And we look forward to that. We also are going to have a special on New Year's Eve, a post-game show with Talking Kentucky. And that's going to be after the Music City Bowl. And we're going to be talking about the Music City Bowl and the Louisville, Kentucky game, which I am hoping I won't be severely upset on. But we'll see.
We will not be talking the college football playoff on New Year's Eve. Actually, we will, but I just
We probably
wanted
will.
to say you haven't talked anything about the playoff.
We probably will. It's New Year's Eve, and yeah.
We keep centering around Kentucky, but you know what? There's two other like really, I don't know, kind of sort of big games that are also going on that day.
Yeah, but what time do they start? Because
3?
the Music City Bowl's
3.
like 11 or something. 3.
At 3. They start
Okay.
at 3. That first one's at 3, and the next one's at like 7.
Right. So we'll
Same
be
thing.
on. We'll be on when the first one is playing for sure. Yeah. So we'll get to talk about the first game that night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go.
All right. Well, y'all have a Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, all that good stuff.
All right.